What you see here isn't your average 4K TV. No, this is the Avocor display, designed specifically to work with Rise Vision to help businesses and schools display important visual information. Hey, what's up guys? Beau HD here, professional product reviewer, and before working with Rise Vision, I hadn't known much about the world of digital signage and the hardware and software solutions behind it. I mean, I've been to Times Square, I've been to restaurants that use digital signs to display their menus, and I've stared at more live news updates in waiting rooms than I would like to admit. But I never knew how important it was to have a platform businesses could rely on to get their messages out to all of their displays. I mean, when you think of the scale involved for some of these organizations, you quickly realize there needs to be a better solution than, I don't know, running an HDMI cable from a computer using Microsoft PowerPoint. There are two hardware solutions Rise Vision offers. If you already have a display, you could pick up the Rise Vision Media Player that provides seamless integration with the company's digital signage solutions. And then for those of you who don't have a display, you have the Avocor display we have here that features everything built in with no media player required. You can choose from several sizes between 43 inches and 98 inches. And when it arrives, it'll look something like this 55-inch display that I will unbox for you all here today. Inside the box, we'll find accessories, including the two legs, which you can use to prop this display up on a flat surface, a box with some tools to mount it to a wall, and then a bag with a user manual, remote with batteries, and some screws for the legs. We can remove the display from the box, easier said than done, and put it on its side to install the legs. And let's first notice the ports. There's an AC port for power, Ethernet port, HDMI, and optical port. And all you need to do to install the legs is screw in the two screws for each, and that's about it. Then you can flip it over and stand it up and get a look at the front of the display. Now, the first thing that stood out to me was just how clean and simple it is. I mean, there's no front buttons, which I guess is a plus for aesthetic purposes and also for commercial environments, right? And schools where you have, maybe kids trying to tamper with the displays. You don't really want that, so it's nice not having them accessible here. But setup is a breeze. It's a lot like setting up any relatively modern smart TV. You start by connecting it to the internet, either through Ethernet or Wi-Fi. Then you set the date and the time. You have the option to disable Chromecast so nobody can connect to it and mess up your display and interrupt the content you have on it. And then you just sign into the Rise Vision platform using the QR code on the screen. It's really that easy. Now, the fun part is customizing the type of content you want displayed on your display. And this is where Rise Vision really shines. So I actually recorded an almost hour-long product demo with Rise Vision over on SourceForge, where we walked through the entire platform. If you want to check that granular, hands-on look of the platform, that live demo, I'll link that in the video description here so you can check it out because I think it offers a lot of value. That said, I'll highlight the standout features here in this video. So when you first log into the Rise Vision platform and you start your free trial, you'll start by making a presentation. And this is where you can choose from one of Rise Vision's over 600 pre-made templates, everything from holiday templates to weather slides and birthday announcements. And you can sort by category, content, and whether it's Apple TV compatible. So yes, there is a Rise Vision Apple TV app, which is kind of cool. So I've actually had this idea for a while now to take all the various clips that I record when I'm out on a trail, out in the great outdoors, and have them autoplay on a screen in my home 24/7 basically. And I just love seeing some of the places that I've been, and just I love being continuously like inspired to keep traveling and just seeing more of the world, But I never really had a way to execute on this vision, this idea, until working with Rise Vision and getting this display sent over. Now, there are several ways you can do this, but I found that if you go and create a new presentation and you use the video full screen template, you can upload all the videos you want to have displayed. And one of my concerns here was that I record a lot of 9:16 videos for Instagram, which isn't great for a 16:9 display because you get those thick black bars on the sides. Well, instead of rotating all the clips one by one, you can go to the display section, select your display, and then switch the orientation to portrait mode. Of course, you will have to flip your TV upright, but it makes it way more convenient than adjusting each clip manually. And once you have your videos uploaded or other content selected, you can publish the content, and it should be sent over to your display within seconds. And by default, the content is shown 24/7, but you can go to the schedules section and you can schedule the content you'd like displayed. Again, by default, your schedule is set to show all the time and be distributed on all the displays, but you can customize it to play only on specific dates or times, like Monday through Friday or just during school hours, as well as whether you want it shown on all displays or only a select few. What's also neat is you can add multiple presentations to your playlist to play them back to back. Your content will appear on screen in the order you set, and it'll actually loop automatically to keep things fresh. And then the displays section has all your displays. In my case, it's just the one at the moment. But this is where you can get into the granular settings and the admin controls, and you can flip the rotation like I showed you earlier. Other options include the ability to share your screen from your computer or your mobile device and even invite other participants. There's a storage section to view all the videos, in my case, that I've uploaded, and then a dedicated section for CAP alerts or Common Alerting Protocol emergency messages. It's a system that allows for the dissemination of emergency messages over a variety of public alerting systems. It could be great for a school emergency or a workplace accident where you can display information to everyone as quickly as possible. So yeah, this is the section you'll want to go to set up these types of messages. Now, if we take a look back at the display, generally speaking, I mean, the quality of the display and the content we have on here looks super bright and vivid. It does feature a 3840 by 2160 4K resolution and a 60 Hz refresh rate. And there are also built-in speakers if you need to use them. The main selling point here, though, I would say is just that you don't need any additional fine-tuning as it's just ready to go out of the box. I think for businesses, for schools, or factories communicating important information to their workers, to their kids, employees, you'll find it more than satisfactory with just the ease of use being arguably the best feature. I mean, it's literally just plug and play. And for my purposes, it works well too. I'm not running a restaurant or a health clinic, but it works well to display those adventure reels that I love making and just all the B-roll hiking content that I capture that's just begging to be shown off to the world or everyone in my home. I also found a social media template that's kind of fun to have displayed in my studio when recording a podcast or filming videos. The various weather templates are also pretty fun to have displayed as well. Again, my situation here is not the intended use case, but thanks to all the hundreds of different templates in Rise Vision, I found some ways to make the most of it, make it work, and just get real value out of it. And I'm going to continue to play around with it and just see what else I could use it for. Now, the cost to use Rise Vision and display these messages ranges depending on the features you need and the number of displays you plan to use. The basic plan starts at $11 per month per display or $119 a year. If you need those emergency alerts or additional integrations like with social media and Google Sheets, it costs $13 a month per display or $138 per year. And then the enterprise plan costs about $1,400 per school per year. And or $164 per display per year with even more features. I know that's a lot of information, so I'll place a link down below in the description to see a breakdown of the pricing model. And then for the Avocor display we have here, it just varies based on the size and the feature set, and you will need to get a quote. So if you want to do that, I'll place a link in the description for that as well. I want to thank Rise Vision for sending the Avocor display out for review. You can learn more about the platform and hardware via the links in the description. With that said, I'm Beau HD. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.